Bro, if I'm Saraya, and not just her, it could be anybody. She's a big star. I mean, she's a big star in the wrestling industry. Bro, she's also got a little bit of money. I mean, she's been doing this for a while. I'm sure she does well. Bro, I don't think it would be a bad idea for women to hire a security guard to be with them at all time at these events. Really.
All right, let's talk about Saraya, someone else who recently left AEW. Saraya, yes, sent a very disturbing tweet. Now, this was weird. Speaking of kiss, the kiss that you had with Sunny Kiss was intentional. It was very intentional. But this one, these creepos, not so much. She says, crazy to say I have to say this. But if you come to my signings, please don't try to kiss me anywhere, especially on my mouth.
Come on.
He wasn't able to because I moved, but she says JFC at the end, which I won't repeat. There you go. Got some libations going on.
Wait a minute. What now? JFC at the end?
I think that's Jesus effing C.
Oh, okay. You got to tell the old man stuff like that, Chris. I don't pick it up. No, I don't pick it up.
Fair, I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm old as well.
You're correct. You're correct, EC3. Yes. All right. So, what did we say about this that we haven't already said? EC3, you know how to tap into the minds of these people. What do you do?
Peas in a kissing pod, aren't we? Like, I mean, it's first off, don't. Secondly, ew. Third, the nerve and the audacity. And I mean, boundaries are important. And I think many wrestlers, especially these young ladies, these beautiful, attractive, vibrant, lovely women, are going to have, people that are fond of them, admiring them for their beauty, their grace, and their skills, of course. But there has to be boundaries, and I don't think we need to address it as a collective or as a group. It should be known and should be ingrained. I feel terrible for some of the stuff they have to endure, as far as something as simple as like DMs or like tweets or these obtuse come-ons and things that are free to be said via freedom of speech and the internet being a wild kind of like west. But to put a smoocher on the lips, not a peck too, is probably open mouth. So it's probably radiating some sort of foul, essence from, the broken tooth and the root canal that went wrong. And then just like the chapped of the lips and probably the grime of the gums. And then the nose is probably kind of like awkward and like the turn. And, he's probably like pimples and zits and like, goatee, beard, unkempt, stuff in it, like chicken wing juice. It's
no yeet.
It's terrible, and we're making kind of light on such a creepy situation, but sexual assault is no joke. And respect people's space.
Ooh. Vince, what do you say about this?
No yeet.
Chris, I'm gonna pose a question, because the conventions I've attended, bro, I always got nauseous when I would look across the way and I would see the 300-pound Mark in his black shirt wanting to get a picture with Velvet Sky, and bro, the arm around her, and the whole I saw it and I witnessed it, and I always felt so sorry for those women. So now I pose the question, bro, if I'm Saraya, and not just her, it could be anybody. She's a big star. I mean, she's a big star in the wrestling industry. Bro, she's also got a little bit of money. I mean, she's been doing this for a while. I'm sure she does well. Bro, I don't think it would be a bad idea for women to hire a security guard to be with them at all time at these events, really, because bro, like, come on, man, we talk about this every week. Some of these people are not normal. You know, they're just not. A lot of them are obsessed fans. Mm-hmm. And I mean, if I'm a female wrestler and, you know, I can afford it, I am going to think about having security with me when I am at a personal event. I mean, Chris, think about it, man. If you're an actress, you know, whether you're on TV, whether you're in the movies, bro, you're not going to these things alone. Like, you've got security with you. So if I'm one of these females who can afford it, man, I would, because man, we've seen this now with Asuka. We've seen it with who was the other one? Where the dude broke into a house, Sonya Deville. Yeah. I mean, bro, this is like the third time now we've seen something like this.
Yeah, yeah. I would say at the very least, you have two colleagues probably right next to you who are big, strong men. You know what I mean? At least let them know, like, hey, by the way, I think we've got a creepo coming up here. Can you keep an eye, on them? You know, just at the very least, you know what I mean? Just kind of having that type of keep an eye on them. And I just, EC3, before I go into the psychology of it, I want you to dive in. You got something to say here?
Oh, just real fast to Vince's point, too. A promoter bringing in a talent's probably putting a lot of money on the talent, and a security's expensive. And though they have money, if they're investing it back into security, they're not making as much. So I'd only suggest, is there a compromise that a promoter bringing in a high-profile female talent to get your biggest up-and-coming guy, slap a black shirt on, tuck it in, tie a belt, stand there very close, not in the picture line, but close enough where like a deterrent would be effective.
Yeah. I think both of you have valid points. I would say that a female wrestler should have a private security guard across the board. I mean, I just, even in airports and parking lots when it's late at night, you know what I mean? Just the very fact, just stuff like that. I mean, even a civilian, just woman who's just walking down the street, has fear because of that type of stuff. This is the reason why, from a behavioral science criminology standpoint, being in well-lit areas, being around multiple people, having a cell phone, like being on a cell phone, those are things that, those are more preventive factors of that. But just an everyday woman walking to her parking lot, dark, is unfortunately susceptible for that. So I would say especially if someone is a celebrity as well, you know what I mean? And then that's where, I was going to mention the parasocial relationships. To me, I'm thinking of that stuff. I'm thinking of a creepo that probably got a picture of Saraya in his room, blew it up, and just wax off on it all the time. I mean, that's the type of person I'm thinking of.
Blew it up, blows up on it.
Yeah, exactly. Just everywhere. Blows the picture up, hangs it on the wall, just wax off to it all the time. And then that's the same person that's on Twitter, like, I hate your guts, you know what I mean? Like, and that's the unfortunate part, man, because they're doing that stuff all the time. They know when Saraya's coming, they know when she's going to be at a convention, and they're thinking in their head, okay, well, now's the time. If there's any time, I may not ever have this time again. I want to just go in for the kiss, because to me, I've already built a connection with you.
Yeah, man.
In my wall, at my house. So now you owe me this kiss because I've loved you, or I've been infatuated with you so long. That's how parasocial relationships turn out violent. And that's the reason why there's a lot, there's recorded, cases where people have came and has vandalized homes, has even unfortunately, murdered or assassinated people because of that type of parasocial dynamic. And I can see it all the time when it comes to wrestlers, man, just going home and just having a good time with a blown up It's unfortunate.
You know what it is though, too, Chris. I guarantee you. Like, listen, let's be honest with you, man. I don't know any woman that's gone into pro wrestling and not been a tough chick. You got to be a tough chick, even if you're like Zelina Vega and very tiny. You got to be a tough chick. Yeah. So, Chris, I guarantee you, the mentality is they think they could handle themselves. I guarantee, like Velvet Sky, will. If somebody lays a hand on it, so I guarantee you that's the mentality. But, bro, they got a concealed knife or a gun. I don't care how tough you are, man. You got to think about those things. Chris, everything you just said, man, I've seen so many documentaries on, Chapman, who killed Lennon.
Yep.
It was exactly what you just said. Everything you just said. So like I said, I respect the fact that they are tough chicks, and they are, but you ain't going to be no tough chick against a gun, against a knife. You got to think those things, man.
Yes, 100%. Absolutely.